So this module is just looking at the outside of the machine before we start looking at the internal workings. So the front part is the main part of the screen, the main body of the screen. We have our monitoring page, okay? We have the alarm silence button at the top here, the on-off button, the little light below, that's to say that the mains power is on. So that should be showing green when you're on mains. So if it isn't on, there's every chance you're on the battery. Then you have the up and down arrows in the middle here, which is to change your settings, and then simply the right and left button to press to make changes. That's pretty much the front of the machine. Moving around to the side, we have where the circuit will be placed, where the flow will be coming out, and of course the mains power cable. Let's move it round to the back. So the Trilogy 202 has a 3-hour internal battery, but you can actually have an external battery included as well, and that's what this is here. Okay, so that's the external battery, very simply in the bottom, clips in, so now of course we've doubled that up to 6 hours. So they all come with that 3-hour battery, but you can double it up to 6 hours. This is the oxygen blender in the back, and obviously your hose, which goes into your O2 outlet port on the wall, of course. So that's in place there. If you did want to take it off the stand, it is simply a case of lifting up and down. There's nothing to unscrew, just simply on and off the bracket there. So moving round to this side here, two things to be aware of. Firstly, under here is what happens is air is drawn in and it's filtered before it gets to the inside of the machine. So any dust within the environment will be collected in this grey filter, okay, to keep the internal workings nice and clean. Now this is very, very important that you do check this. Not necessarily when you're putting it on a patient, but between patients, have a quick look at this filter, as it can collect with dust and get quite thick with dust quite quickly. So if it does, in a safe, clean manner, remove the dust or indeed replace the filter, okay? So you do need a filter in there, but do check that at regular times to make sure that it's not too thick with dust, okay? And then this whisper cap just fits over the side. And in here, underneath here, if I open that up, we will see that it has a simple SD card. That's simply collecting lots and lots of data that you can download onto the software to look at what's been going on in the machine. So that's really the run through of the external part of the machine. The only other thing to say is that it comes, you can have it on a stand, which is recommended, as it's nice and stable on the stand, which has a basket and it has a bracket for a humidifier device, should you wish to use a humidified circuit. So yes, that's the external run through of the Trilogy 202.
Innovation and you. Philips.